Hi diddly ho, it's Brett Stone. I'm gonna have a mail day today. Plan to talk about how I started collecting, show the first set that I ever bought, um, and let's get started with opening up this mail. This is from Red Sox collector Dan McGraw. So he's got a fairly new channel. I found him through Wade Boggs Collector. So I would suggest, or Wade Boggs Fan, I would suggest that you subscribe to both of those channels. I will put their links in the description below. I haven't opened this yet, so you're going to get to see it as soon as I see it. Like I said, I found the channel through Wade Boggs Fan. I'd been watching his videos for a little while now, and he mentioned Dan's channel, and so I watched his channel, and I had made a comment on his channel, and he offered to send me some cards, some Cubs cards that he said were just collecting dust, and so he did. He only collects Red Sox stuff, so he sent me this nice stack here, and I'll start with this large Allen and Ginter. That's a 2010. I don't know if you can see that well. There's the other side. Very cool. I didn't have anything like that. That's cool. And then we'll go through these real quick. Team card. Robel Garcia. The 85 style. Victor Carantini. That's cool. A chrome Anthony Rizzo. He's one of my favorites on the current team. Albert Alzolay. So that's kind of a hard one to say. It's not Albert, it's Adbert. John Lester. Craig Kimbrell. Schwarber. Nice stance there. Rizzo again. A Kimbrell. Like that scarecrow thing he does. That's cool. Javier Baez again. Another one of my favorites on the current team. Another Garcia. David Bodie. Another Lester. Another team card. Jose Quintana. Albert Alomar. Here's a Holtzen. Haven't seen him before. I mean, I haven't seen him pitch anyway. Another Adbert and Hendricks. He reminds me of Greg Maddux. Really like him. And a Steve Traxel Leaf rookie card from 1994. So that is very cool. Again, I want to thank you, Dan McGraw. Go check out his page. Like I said, that's a Red Sox collector. Put it in there, or I'll put the link in there and you can just click on it. Now I wanted to move on. I wanted to talk a little bit about how I started collecting baseball cards, why I collect baseball cards. So I've been, it's the first time I got any baseball cards that I can remember. I had older cousins on my mom's side that must be their mother, my aunt, was clearing her kids' stuff out, and along with some toys, they gave us some baseball cards. I still have the majority of those cards today, and I'm going to show you some of those. And that had to have been sometime after 1970 or 78, because here's one of them, a 78 Willie McCovey. And I remember this card and maybe 100 to 200 other cards being in a shoebox under my bed. I know that's classic, but yeah, it was in a shoebox. And I would pull them out and I'd look at them. I'd read the backs and try to learn about baseball players and their stats and the different teams, things that I didn't know because TV and media wasn't the same back then. If you're old enough to remember that, you know what I'm saying. One of the other cards that I cherish is the 66 Koufax. This is very beat up. Maybe you can see it or maybe you can't on the camera. But I love this card. I knew it was one of the best ones in my lot. Years later, I put it in this holder. And I think it was in the mid 80s, I bought a nicer one from a flea market. And it was beautiful. Smooth, centered. And I ended up trading that. Regret it now. I mean, I love Bo Jackson and still collect Bo Jackson today, but I traded that Koufax for I don't know how many Bo Jackson cards in the late 80s. So I wish I could get that one back again, but I'll always have this one, I guess. And I'm going to show you some other ones. These are 71 Topps basketball cards that were part of the ones I got from my cousin. This is a rookie card. I just saw this guy, something about this guy, JoJo White, in a movie recently. But these ones also, they have creases like going all the way across them. The corners are round, but I keep them. But I was lucky enough, and this one is not in great shape. And I need to get a better holder for it, but Pistol Pete rookie card, which are pretty valuable regardless of the condition, but condition definitely helps in that scenario with that one. So those are some of the cards that I got early on and kept forever. At different times I would get cards from other kids on the bus or trade and all kinds of things as a kid. And then fast forward to 1983, I bought my first set, and I was really starting to get hot and heavy into baseball cards. I started my collecting of Ryan Sandberg at that time. But this is a set that the very first set that I bought, 1978 Topps set. Still in the original box, and with the receipt that they sent with it. You can see I did put the Eddie Murray and the Paul Molitor into a hard case a few years back, but they're beautiful cards, well centered. And this was, from Grand Slam in Minnesota. I don't know if that company's still open. And I don't know if you can see the total price there at the bottom. But with the postage, it was $37 even. So I think it's starting to pay off that I bought that set. And I love the 78 set. It's one of my top favorite sets for design and for the players that are in it. So that's how I'm going to end this video. Again, I wanted to thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell. Thanks.